Noticing that I'm on mute. All right, good, because you didn't need to hear all that other stuff that I said. Hi, Wendy, how are you? So, I am receiving excellent streaming conditions, but if I am wavering a little bit or a little slow, just let me know. I'm just curious because I'm getting this warning here that I don't know what that means. So, I am Rosemary Massaro, Craft with Ro, a Stampin' Up! Independent demonstrator, and I'm so glad that you guys can join me. And if you are not joining me live, today is Tuesday, September, right? Tuesday, April 7th. Where am I? I'm looking forward to fall already. Although today has been a very nippy day. I have been in my pajamas all day today. I got a lot of crafting done, and I'm getting really excited playing with all the new product coming out. So I see Sharon here as well. That's awesome. All right, so tonight we are going to get a little scrappy. So basically, during this time period where we're ending a mini catalog, we're going into a brand new catalog. I'm faced with a ton of DSP, a ton of cardstock scraps here and there, and so I thought I'd decide to get a little scrappy and create some fun scrapping scrap pieces with cute cards. But before we do that, I do want to share with you that we are in the last week of our card club. It has been extremely successful. Hi, Jane. How are you? You guys are in freeze warning there? Well, I think, Jane, Sharon, you guys are bringing that cold weather down here. It is nippy. It's been raining all day. It's supposed to be like that for like the next 2 days. Really no complaints because we really needed the rain here. So let me show you our March April card club. It's in its last week. Let me go right here. There we go. This is featuring the Delicate Wishes. Actually, Delicate Whisper, sorry. Sweet. It has the embellishments. You're going to make 2 cards of each. What I love about this card workshop is the number of layers that we've created on here. Did a little bit of decorating on the inside. Did a little bit of embossing. You're going to get a half a pack of the DSP. You're going to get an embellishment. And some people will get the twine. Some have been substituted, I have to tell you that. And again, you're going to get a full pack of the embellishments and all the cardstock bases and envelopes that you need to recreate. But look at how beautiful this paper is. I'm not sure if it's picking up the gold foil. Actually, it's more like a bronze foil. So this class, look at all these beautiful layers, is a little on the delayed for shipping. Everything is in stock and available. I'm just waiting for the DSP to come in. But as soon as that comes in, you'll get your card class. You have a one-time only option, or you can subscribe to the club. And you get a little gift from me every single month. So I hear tons of compliments on my little gifts. So if you are interested, the links are in this video. If not, if you want, you can also reach out to me personally and we can get you that link. So let's see who else we have. Jane, it's quite chilly there too. Hi, Mary, how are you? And Michelle. Hi, Nikki. So tonight we are going to be creating 2 cards, but I have made a ton of cards with scrap. So I'm going to share with you some templates as well. And then we're going to also make some. But here are some of the cards. Now I'm featuring DSP, but we also often, and I don't know about you, I always have tons of white scrap laying around. So we made some cards. This one is featuring the some of the new colors, in colors. We've got Misty Blue that goes really well. That's not a new in color. But we've got Barely Blush, Hydrangea Hues, Crisp Cantaloupe, just on this card alone. So, and here again, using my pattern paper. Now, this was one of our team challenges that Tammy posted, and I took advantage of that challenge. I have a ton of this peaceful green cardstock, and I have to tell you, the majority of the product that I'm sharing with you is still available, and it is not last chance. So, but I have a ton of this DSP left. I don't know why, because I don't even recall doing a workshop with it, but I do. So, hi Kim, hi Brianna, hi Darla. Um, so let me walk you through some of the products on here. Again, this is the Peaceful Greenery DSP, beautiful, soft, and subtle patterns here. I am picking up the flower on the Delicate Wishes. That's the card club I just shared with you. Delicate Whispers. I want to call it Delicate Wishes. I don't know. And then I'm also showing you, it's the Phases and Frames bundle, brand new, coming out in May. I love all these sentiments. I love the fact that they have sentiments for the outside and sentiment statements for the inside of your card. And then you work over and you have these really cool dies. So I have picked up this smaller die right here. And then I've picked up this die right here. So when the time comes, I will share with you. These dies are so, so cool. And if you've noticed that our images on our packaging vary from the actual, that's intentional. Stampin' Up! Did share this with us, and I thought I'd share it with you, is no longer will they be putting the size and the measurements on the outside of the packaging. This is so forfeiters can't pick up our images and duplicate them and then sell them in off markets like Temu and all that. So anyways, you can see this beautiful one, but this is considered opulent dies, and this is going to be able to create a really cool 3D image on your cards. So for example, this image right here would be more puffier, and I'm still playing with it. It's very, very, very cool. So I can't wait to create a class and share that with you. And then the embellishments I've used on this card are called the Hues of Blues Flowers, right? These, again, still available, not last chance. And I love all these colors. Well, you know me, I'm a blue people. I love the color blue. So that is this card. Really not using scraps. Using scraps, obviously I have this left over, but really taking on our team challenge as well. Me too, Kim. I love when they give you sentiments for the inside of the card. I so agree with that. All right, so here I'm using leftover white cardstock, and I always have strips of it laying around. And what I did was I lined these up in the embossing folder called the Lazy Daisy 3D folder, right? Look how cute this is. And I'm going to bring this up even closer to you so that you can see the pretty little flowers that are on there, right? Just a great way to easily put a card together with just a little bit of dimension by embossing it and then layering these out. The toughest part was trying to get these equally spaced, but it was fun. Then this card, I kind of did the same thing. We are going to remake this card, but we're going to use the other new in color cards, colors. So here again, I'm using the new in colors, Barely Blush, Hydrangea Hue, and Crisp Cantaloupe. So we are going to recreate this, and I did a fun technique on the embossing. We are going to recreate this again. Now this is obviously just using my DSP that I have a ton left over. Adding one of the nice sentiments, and I believe this sentiment came from our Framed All Around bundle, right? I love this bundle that has the lines on here, and I haven't even had a chance to play with it, but I did pick up the sentiment from here, And I just easily layered a couple pieces of cardstock, wove them together, and created a really pretty card. And then this one here, what did I do with this template? I have it somewhere. I saw a template. I was scrolling through Pinterest, and great way to use up your scraps. So we just cut these dimensions. Let me pull that template for you guys because I literally just had it. Feel free to take a screenshot of this. It's fun and easy. All you just need is some DSP. You can actually use solid cardstock as well. Just cording, and then I just added a little bit of stamp and embellishment. Again, this stamp set, oh, I didn't bring it over. This is, again, one of our newer stamp sets. It comes with a punch, and I cut out the Delicate Wishes little floral piece here. How fun and easy. So again, take a quick snapshot. That's an easy way to create a card using scraps. So, all right. So let's get some crafting in here. We are going to recreate, I'm going to move these aside. We're going to recreate this card, and we're going to recreate that card tonight. We're going to make 2 cards. Let's take this one first. Get my little mat out here. Making some room on my table, guys. All right. So on here, I'm going to give you the measurements really quick. So obviously you've got 8.5 by 5.5, right? You're going to score it at 4 1/4. And then we have our solid strips. You're going to have 2 solid strips at 4 1/8 by 7/8. You're going to have 2 of them, and then you're going to have 2 solid pieces at 3 5/8 by 7/8. We're going to weave these, and then I just took some of that beautiful DSP that I have, a ton of, and we're going to layer them on these strips right here. Easy, easy peasy. So let's take this, what is this? 5 3/8 by 4 1/8 is the Misty Blue cardstock. Oh, this thing. And it's layered on cloud. And this is our 2-tone cardstock. So we're going to go with the lighter side on our, yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think? I think the darker would still look really good. So I'm going to go with the darker on here. So we're going to and then this is 4 by 5 1/4, our white. And we're going to layer that right on here. So my Stampin' Seal has been acting wonky because I think it's almost ending. Well, it's almost empty. So I might move to my liquid glue. I did bring it over just in case. All right, so we're going to line these up like this. And we're going to center them. Each one will be matted. There we go. Not quite even. There's that one. And obviously either side of this paper for this card would have worked. And our last piece to layer. Hey Judy, how are you? So I have had 3 days. We had no family at Thanksgiving, at Easter. So I really am in fall mode, aren't I? If you guys heard me earlier. So with that being said, I had 3 days of unlimited crafting. All right, so what do I want here? I think if I'm going to try to pick up this particular card. Oh, it's going to be almost identical. We're using different pattern DSP, but I'm going to pick up this wheat-like stamp, and I am going to use basic beige as in the background of it. Hi Mary, how are you? It's all right, you're not that late, and you get to always watch replay as well. So this is going to go just about like that. And before I put my sentiment on, we're going to get these lined up. At this point, I am not going to put adhesive towards the bottom because I have to weave. So, but I'm going to bring this down to right about there. And then line that up. And we're going to keep these open so we can do some weaving on the bottom part. And this is going to go. There we go. Going to bring that probably up just a little. And then this is going to go under and over. Now we can put a little bit of adhesive here. And a little bit of adhesive there. Got that locked down, right? Look how fun, easy, right? And then I'm going to take that beautiful sentiment here, sending wishes for the happiest birthday. Actually, almost any one of these sentiments would actually go. I think I might switch it up. And I'm going to use it says, our friendship is one of the happiest things I can think of. And you know what? My friend just had hip replacement surgery, so I think I'm going to send it to her. Hey, Diane, how are you? Mary, if you watch a replay, you can get all the dimensions. I've already gone through them. And this is on YouTube as well, so it'll always be available. I'm using Misty Moonlight on here. We're going to put that right over that wheat. And there you go. Perfect, fun, fast, easy, and just using your all your scraps. And let's put this away. And our next one, again, this is called the Framed All Around Stamp Set. And our next card, wait till you see how fun this is. I'm going to need this right here. Let me put this away as well. Oh, I'm like, where'd it go? Where'd it go? I love the dies that come with this Delicate Whispers bundle, right? So you've got your outer borders, you've got a ton of detail ones as well. It is a really pretty set. And it's available. The paper is not available. That's what we're waiting for. All right. And my next card is going to be very similar to this, but we're going to be using the other in color colors. So excited to show you. So I cut a ton of strips. So I have my 8.5 by 5.5 scored at 4 1/4 base card, right? And we're going to take, this is 3.5 by 5, and we are going to line these strips up. So what I did was I took that really fun Lazy Daisy embossing folder. Now you can use any embossing folder, nicely patterned embossing folder, right? And I just ran a whole bunch of strips through the my die cutting machine for embossing. And what we're gonna do is, you know what? I'm not gonna use this. I am gonna pull out because we may get a little messy here, but it's fun. It's an easy technique. All right. Make sure I got all my pieces out from underneath. So basically what I'm doing is I took our white pigment ink, right? And I'm just going to swipe it through and give all of these strips just a nice shade of color. Just going to lightly go over it. See how it just makes that embossing just pop just a little bit more? So this is our new Peaceful Green. This is our Golden Glow. This is not a new color. This is our soft seafoam. But the color goes really well with that. And then this is our Crisp Cantaloupe. And I'm just lightly going over the tops of this just to pick up the embossed edge. And I've cut here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 strips. And we'll see how many we need. I just want to make sure I had enough to cover my card base. So this is a blank ink pad, and then you put the pigment ink on it. I love it. It's great for embossing as well. I need to get my scissors and let's clean this mat up. Okay, so here we have our card base here, and I am just going to start lining these up. Actually, I'm going to take the more narrow one, and we're just going to angle these here. This is where I'm going to use my liquid glue for sure. On the two-tone, Kim, you could do that effect with sanding it, but not on the solid 8.5 by 11. The solid core you can't. But yes, you can on the what do you call it? On the two-tone cardstock. It would look really cool. So I'm just going to try to line this up, put a whole bunch of liquid glue and make sure that I have, you just want to make sure that you're covering all of the white. We're not going to leave any gap in between, but you want to make sure your strip is covering from end to end. And then we're going to go with, and I just cut random widths. So I have 3/4 width here, 1/2 inch width, 1 inch. And what I'm doing, guys, is I'm lining up these embossed flowers with the embossed flower and the other color. I'll kind of show you what I mean after. And we're going to go with, so this is the smaller flower. We're going to line that up like that. I think I'm going to have to go this way. Yep. And then we're just going to trim off the edges. All right, so now we need to go with this. Ooh. Danger zone. Because it's not all the way covering. Hold on. Let's see if I can go with a different color here to get that lined up. Yep. Ooh, that's cutting it close, but it works. And then we're going to go with our and I think I'm going to make this work, guys. A little bit showing at the bottom there, but all right. So now we're going to flip this over and we're going to trim all these pieces off slowly so that they don't move. It is really good if you have a pair of snips that are have this coating on there so that the adhesive doesn't stick to it. These are my old close to my heart ones. I will never part with them. If I ever lose them, I think I'll cry. Okay, we got a lot of scrap here. So I took the sea foam and this peaceful pine. Look how that looks just so great together. And we're going to stamp this. And I just need to figure out what we're going to stamp it with. So, I think I'm going to use this Thank You Kindly from our Delicate Whispers. This is the new magnetic pads, guys, that come out May 5th, the 5 in colors. And then next year, all of the colors that they continue will have the magnetic case. These are why they are magnificent, magnetic, right? They just open just like that. They ink up very nicely. We're going to put that right there. Thank you kindly. It closes up. So they stack really nice on top of each other. And it really beats having to open it up this way, right? Here, I have tons of opportunity to get ink on my hands. Here, no ink. So we're going to label this upright like here. Oh, you know what? Before I do that, I want to put some ribbon on here. This is some of our newest ribbon that came out. It is still available. And it is our gold and white. So we're just going to do my best to try to wrap a little bow around here. Oh, come on. Oh, this guy is dying. I can still see some in there, so I'm not giving up. All right. All right. So I'm just putting a little bit of adhesive on the back. And I am going to tie a little knot, little bow knot. I'm going to knot it one more time. Trying to get it to the closest to the edge as possible. These are not going to cut it. And then we can put this on here. This is from the Stylish Dies to get this layered that fit perfectly together. And then we're just going to add some dimensionals on here. I guess I don't have any big dimensionals, so we'll just use a whole bunch of mini ones. Yeah, Jane, I am so ecstatic about the new ink pads too. Something to be very excited about. Now this little guy is not staying knotted for me. See if I can redo it, because I'm a perfectionist. This is when you think long nails really come in handy, but they don't. Come on. Now I'm just fraying it. I should just let it be, right? Sometimes let things be. But the cool thing is that I can take another little bow and stamp it right on top of there. All right, so now this is going to go onto our blank card base. We got one last little thing to do. See, now my stamping, it's working fine. Go figure. All right, and now also our new in color embellishments are going to become available in little butterflies. Aren't they cute, guys? All right, so we're going to decorate this card with some of our new in colors. And I think I'm going to go with the yellow, the golden glow. These are so, so cute. And then maybe another one right there. And there we have it. 2 fun, quick cards, guys, with just using scraps. Scraps from your cardstock and scraps from your DSP. So, very fun, you guys, tonight. Thanks for hanging out with me. If you have any questions, please let me know. If you are just watching the replay, please like my video and subscribe to YouTube. I would so appreciate that. And until next week we have a free tutorial class that's coming up, and it is going to be very fun, as in a mini book, photo book fun kind of thing. So, and a free tutorial will be there for everybody who is subscribed to my channel. So if you are on my email list, you're going to get it. And if you're not, you're going to want to make sure that you're on my email list. So have a great week, guys. Everybody have fun, stay warm, and we will see you next week. Bye for now.